I want to circle back to what you just said a few moments ago. Anthropic is deeply associated with AI safety, but I want to make sure that everyone understands what that actually means. So when you say AI safety, what do you mean?
Yeah, this is a great question. And I think this is a term that's gotten like almost a little bit overloaded in the past few years because it's sort of, it's kind of a catch-all that I think has been reached for in a lot of contexts. But I think to us, the kind of highest level of framing is just taking a form of like radical responsibility for the technology that we're developing. And the analog that we often use or that we often point to is social media companies, which like it's so in vogue to like crap all over them in public now, so I'm gonna do that. But basically, you know, like if you imagine going back in time, I actually think developers who created these technology companies, they weren't like, I'm setting out to cause a pandemic of eating disorders for teenage girls, right? That was not their intention. But they were like, what are the metrics that I'm trying to optimize for, right? I'm trying to build a company. I would like to see rapid scale growth. Like, let's just build towards that. And there wasn't this sort of, at the time, it just wasn't necessary because we'd never seen something on the level of scale that we have seen today, how quickly these companies grew, how many people adopt the technology so quickly. But if you could imagine, you could go back in time and say like, wow, you're starting Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter, and you're like, what if I really tried to think through all of the ways that this could go wrong? Like, what if I could think about what all the unintended externalities are and like really just kind of tried in advance to like prevent some of those from happening? And it's a little bit unfair because in AI, we've had this whole generation of technologies before us where they've like gotten to fuck up and we've gotten to be like, haha, we're not gonna do that thing again. But that is a huge privilege, right? We're able to say, okay, you guys made this mistake. We are not gonna make that mistake this time, right? We're gonna be careful. And we're going to say, how do we make sure to think about the other things that might not go wrong because we understand the technology better? How can we imagine a world where like everything goes right, but also a world where everything goes wrong? And I think for us, safety means like all of the big stuff. So preventing chemical and biological weapons,